Happy Wednesday. Got my Charlotte Hornets hat on, hoping that LaMelo Ball gets better. Let's go over the trading day. First trade of the day. Today was a good day. First trade. Actually, let's do something real quick. Um, okay. First trade of the day. What's the first trade of the day? First trade of the day was Exxon. So, how did we do? And what exactly did we do? Let's go move the 5 there too. I don't know about the 15, but let's say oftentimes we like to use this previous close very similar to how we would use what? The 200. In this case scenario, we got even luckier. In this case scenario, we got even luckier because if you see, here's the what we're looking for. We are looking for a flat 200 and a move off of it. That's what we got. But we trade on the 2 minute. So here's the 5, but it's just showing you that that play is what that play is. That's why it worked on the 2. So what we did is we got an elephant bar off of a, let's say, flat state. We bought in here and we rode it up and got out here. Now, could that have been improved? Yes, definitely could have been improved. Could have got in sooner, could have got in earlier. The reason it could have got in earlier because it's off the 200. That means you can get in as soon as you see the elephant bar off the 200. Probably could have got in there. 114.45, 114.45, probably 114.50. Close. So try to get in a little bit earlier. That's what I would say. And ride. The trick we've been using lately is stop, cross the 8, ride the 8, exit. Or look for a bar that says a sell, and that would have been right here. Here's a topping tail bar. We know we can sell. Maybe a topping tail bar here. But that was a profitable trade. Our next trade, what we tried to do is we saw this move right here. Um, we saw this move right here, and it was off of the 200 or the 20. Um, do you see this right here? This bar right here, off. It's not an elephant bar, but it was off the 20. We knew we had a lot of sell pressure in here. As you can see, if we box it, sell, 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 large bars towards the top. We know that the move can only last so long. It went from here to here. So eventually we're going to come to the top. Maybe we had resistance. It looks like we possibly did. This is the 15 minute. So resistance seems to be right here at the 200, the Haas. So what we went ahead is we were convinced that it was going to be a sell. So we were waiting for the sell. So we got it the push off of the 20. We tried to sell it. And then we sold more. And it came back. We considered this a color change. We sold more, and then bam, 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 bam. It started to go a little bit down, and we got out. I just didn't want to lose any money on that trade. We had just made some money. So let's keep going. Again, we know we have the sell pressure right here. We're competing with the 200 up top. Here's a move off the 200. So we know that move is off the 200 somewhere up here. So let's look in the 2 minute for some evidence. Looks like there's that support line. Maybe it's falling here shortly. Bam. There it is. Do you see it? Stop, cross the 8, ride it. That's 14. That's pretty much towards the end of the day, but it got even better because it kept falling. Now, can we ride it back up? Nope, kept falling. But that was the trades that we did. So, off 200, strong move, Z move, Z move, Z move. Those are the elephants that we're looking, not the elephants, but the whales that we're looking for. Let's go to our next stock that we traded. We traded Google. Uh, Google, what we did is we saw, bam, I saw this move here. Let's look at the 5 right here. As soon as it got above on this one, I wrote it, and I wrote it. So it's technically down here right now, right? I wrote it until it got to the stop point here. Out, took my profits. Great trade. I was happy. But then I sat back and watched, and boom, look at that. Boom. So let's say I took this. Let's say I took this, and this was a significant move. There's one, two more. So it could have tripled what we made. There's never a wrong time to triple what you make. So it was a good trade, but it could have been so much better. Now, why take the trade? When to take the trade? You have a flat state right here, and you have a move off of the 20. Right here, you have a flat state here, and you have a move off of the 200. Now, the 200 is a more powerful move, but in this case, we trade the 2 minutes, so we took it here. Now, how could that have been improved? Well, this area right here um, is, well, I think this area right here is the Egyptian cotton. So you don't want to get stopped out in this area. So this right here, technically, you don't want to get stopped out in this area because you have so much support from the 200. So I should have kept my stop, let it go down, and then buy more here, ride it up. I just didn't play it like that for some reason. For some reason. And I know what it was. It was my ego. I was looking at my profits. You don't want to look at your profits. You just want to trade it. You just want to make the right trade. Make the right trade. Don't look at your profits because that's where things get really messed up. And you start to deviate from the plan, and that's never a good thing. So let's keep moving. Where do we get a sell? I say we get a sell right here. Why do we get a sell? Well, quite simply, we've ran up for so long. This is far away from the 20. So the blue's the 20, red's the 200, green's the 8. It's even further than the 8. And what we get is a bar takeout up here, high space. Looks like maybe a previous area of resistance. One of the two. It's one of those two lines. I'm not 100% certain. Um, so we can take that takeout, another takeout, ride that at least um, right here to the 20. and we could have took that profit. But as you can see, it continued. Well, it didn't continue, but it stayed in this area. Do we see anything? A lot of cells here. Well, we see some cell bars, some cell bars, some cell bars, some cell bars. Do you see more green, more? It seems pretty neutral to me. So let's just wait it out. Then I think, nope, didn't take that one. I think you can take this trade off the 20, stop, see where it takes you. Doesn't take you anywhere. That one didn't take you anywhere either. Now remember, because you're so far away, this right here, this came out of nowhere. And realistically, I was on the 1 minute when I saw it. So here's that big bar on the 1 minute, and I was going to jump in it. But it just got so far extended. It was all the way up here. So I figured, hey, let's do like a ribby or a red bar takeout or something that tells me to get back in here. And it was just all the way down, just went all the way down. So I just avoided it. And then keep in mind, some of our greatest moves is coming from the 200. You're pretty far spaced away from the 200, so you can't expect a move like that. Like, I mean, you just can't expect to move until infinity. At some point, it's going to go down. And that was the end of Google. Let's go to Intel. What trade did we make on Intel? Tried to do the same play, in a sense, same play right here, off the 200. It, play it that way. Left a lot of meat on the bone, probably 50%. Could have got up here. You see the space away from the 20. You see the space away from the 200. Red bar takeout, sell, boom. Now, here's interesting. Do you see the one, two, three bouncing off support? I like to play those supports. I was either doing something else or looking at a different stock, but you could have said, hey, off the 200, take that, boom. Off the 200, take that, boom. Off the 200, take that, boom. Whale, micro whale. Now that's a elephant bar off support. Also, this seems like a resistance area right about here. Went down, hard go down, hard go down. I'm expecting the move from here to be pretty vicious. Um, and we were incorrect, but that happens. And goes into the stop and reverse because we thought that was such a good move and it just we can play that off the 200, know that you're far away from the 200 so you can't expect too much. So look at this, kind of got a little micro whale, definitely got a whale, and once again far away, far away. We get a tail bar, double tail bars. You got to play them. Sell when it gets past it, sell here, bam. That's the end of the day. Next move is going to be Uber. Ooh, I like that right there. So Uber started the day. Oh, that was yesterday. Oh, here's today. As you can see, this is avoidable because there's really nothing here. I mean that's not flat. It's kind of hard to see. Maybe if you would have said, hey, from yesterday off the 20, boom. But that was yesterday. You could have played it here. First bar was here, bam. You kind of know it's going up, but that's not worth playing. There's just no purpose of playing that. Going back to the analogy yesterday, golfer, bogeys, or birdies, which one's better to work on? Well, you'll get the birdies, just work on managing your bad bogeys and not getting a triple or whatever you want to get. Um, but we do have a nice move here. Boom, off the 200, it's flat. I saw that. But remember when we were saying, hey, sometimes that first move doesn't go, so I didn't take it. I got in here, Egyptian cotton between the V right there. We go here. You see a tail bar off of the 200. Remember that from yesterday? That was a long move. So we took it and it just didn't give us any love. No love, no love, no love, no love. And then it came off of it again and then we sold. And we got out. It ended up going a lot lower, but I just had other things to do, and I didn't want to wait. It was right before lunch. I didn't want to be in the trade. I'm deciding now, or I did today. I just went to the gym um, from like 2 to 12, 11 to 2. Came back and it was a great day. And I think that's going to allow me to not trade when there's nobody in the market and I have nothing better to do. And those where you get those minuscule losses that add up. But let's keep going. That would have been a nice trade. You even got the little whale here. I'm gonna say play this. It looks like an elephant. It cuts through the 8. Stop right here. Let's see what it does. Nope. You would have got out way over here, so you would have still had a profit. And the reason is, again, same move. Crosses the 8, elephant, ride it down. And that was a good one. So actually, looking back at it, that move was. Now we got same play, stop it, ride it up. Elephant bar off a flat 200, sell, let it go down. Let's see if we get the whale, and we did. And that's what we're looking for. Where do we sell? Here, here, here. The next one is going to be Chase. Chase, the fifth. Is it the fifth? Um, today's the fifth, right? Yeah. Look at this. Didn't take it. Um, a couple things. I didn't take anything. I'm a little hesitant to chase with the capital that I have just because I can't buy as many shares. It's pretty expensive, 300. I'm usually trading $100. So I had Coinbase in one of my top 6 stocks. I kind of took it out. It was killing me. I liked it, but it was killing me. So as you can tell, a lot of these are 40, 300, 300. What's this? 200, 250. I really trade better probably on the 100 stocks. But getting back to JPM, flat 200, 20 safe in the same location, elephant bar, sell, green bar takeout, sell more. That's what we're looking for. Um, Space in between the flat 200, space in between the 20 and the 8, or the 20 and the stock, and we get a tail bar. We set the stop below the tail bar. As soon as the green bar gets over the tail bar, we buy, we ride to here, exit some lots, see how it interacts with the 20, see if we can ride it. Yesterday, if you looked at the tip of the day, we were looking at this zone right here, trap zone. It's in the trap zone, and then it breaks out of it, comes back, then boom, all that pent up energy, just boom. That stock, I remember seeing it, but I didn't take it. I was gonna take this right here, but the better one is this tail bar right here, right off the 200. It's not the biggest tail bar, but it is I think it's a tail bar. Um, Not really, but I'm gonna just say it is. But tail bar is supposed to be 80% tail. This is a way better tail bar right here. This one right here, but it's tail bar off of a 200, so I'm just gonna take it. And we have that move right there. Let's see if we get a move down. Any prior support, resistance. There's a move down. I'd say off the 20, we're taking it, stopping right here. No green bar takeout. Maybe call that a green bar. Nope, nope. Maybe call that a green bar takeout. Still in it, still in it. And that's where I got in it. So I was looking at the 1 minute. I was looking at the 1 minute. So what are we on? We're on JPM, and this is why trading the 1 minute is a little indifferent, because I thought that I wish I could see where it was. What time was it? 4:22, 4:22. I thought that this was the sell. I thought that was a pretty big bar. It wasn't close enough to the 200 like we've talked about several times, but sometimes the ego gets in the way and you just want to make the trade. So I made the trade. Um, and it went completely opposite on me. It went down at first. I think I might have got in it here. I wasn't looking at the 1 minute, maybe. Um, but I was expecting the move to go down. I saw a big sell bar here, a big sell bar here. We're going down, distance away. But keep in mind, if the 200, if the 200 starts to go up like it is going up, or let's say it's going down like it is going down, it for it to affect the 200, it has to really made a move already. So that's how you know, hey, this downward thing might not go down. It already made it's on a real tear right now. So that didn't work, but what I ended up doing, okay, what I ended up doing, I'm gonna try to zoom in on this, but because I think it's important. Okay, so I sold here. It went completely against me. Then I got a green bar takeout, and I just added low, like as many as I could. I'm probably not shouldn't say that, but I added as many lots as I could, and I covered it right here just to make up for all of that. And then that just left me even. Here, this is just an elephant, maybe even not an elephant, but nice green bar. I'd call it an elephant. It took out four right here. And we saw the takeout right here, the red bar. So we wrote it up. And instead of doing here and trying to get out, we got out a little early, which is something we're working on. Ego still hasn't died completely, and I don't follow the rules 100%, but it's something we're working on and we're getting better by the day, which is fantastic. We keep going. That's a sell, stop, green bar takeout if it takes it out. Bam. Great trade. Last trade for the day was Walmart. Let's look at the open first. Wow, look at this. I remember this in the morning. I wanted to take that so bad because it was off the 20, and I just didn't. I just didn't. I just felt I just didn't. But look, it has everything you need. Flat state, Walmart, boom. As soon as you cross, sell, down, up, down. Let's keep going. Again, we could go like this is a tail bar, not really, but kind of a tail bar. Um, Crosses the green, lows right here, ride it. Has to be a buy signal though. That's what it is. Has to be a buy signal when it crosses the green or crosses the eight. Look at that move. It's a wonderful move. Do you see that? What's the chances it went down after that? Crosses that, stops here, right there. Crosses here, stop here, add more, X, get out. And for this one, it's kind of cheating. Ain't gonna lie to you, I was kind of cheating on this one. So I went to the 1 minute, I went to Walmart, and I saw that it was a narrow state. Got in, not here. Um, Got in right about here. Tail bar, not a real tail bar, but like a little mini tail bar. Off the 200, let it ride, wait for it to turn because it had already crossed. We knew the stop was going to be here. And then, boom, once we got that initial move, we just got out. We couldn't even ride this thing just because the ego, I just can't kill the ego. It needs to die. But had I not got out on that, that would have been what we're looking for in all of our trades that we can. Um, Down, up, down, add, sell, sell. Mm, mm. See if it keeps going down, and it does. And that's the day. It's always a pleasure. Had a great trading day. Hope you had a great trading day. I'm gonna switch it up for the OV's tip. OV, Oliver Velez, also has Dr. Dan in the office. I really like Dr. Dan. He's like sports talk radio for trading. So I'm gonna link one of Dr. Dan's videos in here. Um, Maybe you join iFund Traders. You never know. So seeing Dr. Dan would be pretty beneficial to anyone coming across this, I feel. So that's what I'm going to add today in the tip. So check that out. Have a great day. Happy trading. Till next time.